Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the FnG Show.
The FnG Show. Here we go again.
Yeah, recapping Black Summer Season 2, Episode 3 and 4?
5 and 6.
5 and 6. 5 and 6. So what you got on these, man?
Okay. The first one, I think I already forgot the first one. That was the...
Episode 4?
Yeah.
Episode
No,
4.
5.
I keep saying 4. Episode 5 was when they...
episode 5 was about the guy that was the army vet.
That's right, man. That's right.
He came, he popped back up after so many episodes, and he met one of his friends. Now this one was nothing but a dialogue show. Mm-hmm. They maybe killed one zombie, I think, maybe in that whole episode, 2 zombies, maybe 1.
Yeah.
And then he was running in the woods, and he met this other black guy. And he said, "I know you." And he said, "No, you don't know me. I don't know you." And they went and told the whole story. Mm-hmm. He said, "I know you. What's your name?" Da 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 da. And the other guy that was named Spears, his name is not Spears, the army guy that was arrested in previous episodes, kept avoiding the question. But they pretty much hooked up together, and
he kept telling him, he's like, once he gave him some water and got a little comfortable, he's like, "Yeah, my name's Spears." He's like, "No, that ain't it.
That ain't it." So he knew it was lying.
He walked away. Then through the whole episode, he kept saying, "Daryl, no, you don't look like a Daryl. You don't what?" So he kept saying all these different names.
Yeah, he kept calling them different names. He said, "I told you my name." He said, "That's not your name." Mm-hmm. And eventually, the other guy kind of told him something, and he mentioned something and figured it out that it was, he knew his brother.
Mm-hmm. So how you know my brother?
Yeah, he said, "How you know my brother?" And they went and talked about that whole story about his brother. He worked for his brother. Apparently him and his brother were gang members or drug runners or whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently at one part of the episode, the guy that was Spears, the man that he was working with in this particular episode, he discovered that he did shoot him in the back two times. And they were talking about bygones be bygones throughout the whole episode.
Right. Now, he shot him back way before this apocalypse
happened.
It
was there was a gang member. Apparently this guy was he took care of everybody who needed to be taken care of. But we still don't know why he shot him in the back.
Right.
2 times. I don't know. And apparently his brother, I guess he was the big brother. Big James
and Little James.
He probably died at some point. I don't know. I guess they didn't talk about it, but he's dead. We're assuming he's dead. And so he was going to shoot him in one episode, in one of the scenes, because he lost his gun. And he says, "I shouldn't be alive." And he said, "Yeah, you shouldn't be," and something like that. And he said, "You gonna still be bygones?" He said, "I don't know." And he was standing there, turned to his back, and the guy pulled the gun up to the back of his head.
And the horse was out there.
And the horse was out there. He just started walking towards the horse, but the guy that shot him 2 times said he just put the gun down, didn't shoot him. And then that ended. So I guess we're going to come back from that. We're going to come back to that scene in one of the episodes.
So that's pretty much their whole episode, those 2.
Just those 2 dialoguing.
The whole thing about him. And then 6 is when it goes back to the mother and the daughter and the Korean lady.
Mm-hmm.
And so the mother and the daughter, they had the guy, he thought he was black, but it looked like he might be some kind of Latin descent or something.
Yeah, Latin
and
or something, yeah.
He came out, he was telling them, "Hey, I know where there's a cabin. Let's go get this cabin." So they wandering, and she started getting fed up because they was out there for what they felt was all day, and they ain't seen nothing yet.
Nothing.
And so the guy started getting confused. She's like, "You lied to me.
Mm-hmm.
And now you must die."
Yeah, she was going to kill him. Yeah. Which was going to turn him into a zombie, but she had to shoot him in the head so he won't turn into a zombie.
And then the daughter kept saying, "No, mommy, leave him alone." So, no, I'm taking him out. So she took him out. But in that little bit, what ended up happening was the daughter ended up getting through to her, and then she didn't kill him. Of course, he didn't want to die.
No.
Think of your daughter. You brought life into this world. So she ended up not killing the guy. Mm-hmm. But then she gave him her bag, and her daughter bag was like, "You carry our stuff."
Yeah, you carry the stuff, yeah.
And then they started walking, and just to finish, it jumped back and forth, but to finish their little storyline, they walked, and then they kept walking, and then he's like, "Oh, do you see what I see?" "Oh,
They found the cabin.
I told you." And it was the cabin, the ski lodge.
The ski lodge that they were supposed to have been, that he was trying to take them to in the beginning.
Right, and he got lost. So they started heading towards that, and that's how their part ended. I'll let you tell the other part of episode 6.
Well, the other two scenes in episode 6, where in episode 4, they dropped these crates out of the airplane, and two groups of people found one crate. One crate had food, and the other crate had another group of people found the other crate, and that was all, I think it was all weapons. And rather than them working together, one group decided they were going to work together, but that didn't turn out, and the other group decided they were going to work together. And that didn't turn out either. So it was the first group came upon the food, and this man said, "Okay, well, we're gonna all work together." So they tried to.
This guy came up with a gun. He wasn't part of the.
Yeah, he wasn't part of the gun. He was a single guy with a gun. He was gonna take the food. He said, "Well, let's work together." They decided to work together. So they tried to pull the whole crate up the hill, snowy mountain. And it wasn't successful. It wasn't working. All they had to do was just take the stuff out the crates and just take what you needed and leave the rest, or just whatever.
Yeah.
But they was struggling with that crate through the whole scene. Struggling. So the black guy was pulling all the weight. He just decided he was going to cut the cord.
Well, the ladies let go first, remember?
Oh, the ladies did let go. I didn't know they let go.
Yeah, that's why he cut the cord, because the ladies, they got to the top. Well, they was on to the top, and they couldn't go no further. And one lady said, "I can't, man. I'm giving up."
Yeah.
So two ladies like, "All right." So they just let go of the rope.
Mm-hmm.
They was up top trying to pull.
Yeah.
And then the crate was tied to the black dude that he was trying to pull it. And then the looked like the Indian and the Native American and the white guy was down there. They was trying to push the crate. And that's when the black dude saw them drop it, and he's like, "Well, shoot, I ain't gonna put all this by myself."
Yeah, so he cut it, and one of the two guys fell down the hill with the crate. One got his leg broken, the other one died, and then he turned into a zombie. And the one that got his leg broke was getting ready to get eat up by the zombie on that one. And then the other crew with the weapons, that was a hot mess.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Once the crate fell, the two ladies, instead of waiting to see what's happening, they took off.
They
and
took
ran over
off.
the hill.
Yeah, they took off.
Black dude stood there looking. The crate with all the food fell back down to the bottom.
Yeah, fell back down to the bottom of the hill. And then the other crew, well,
with the guns,
they all decided they were going to make. One group said, "We're going to take what we want," and the other group says, "You can have the." Well, he said, "We will let you have the scraps." Well, they were trying to do all that. And then the other group, one of the guys the other group, I can't remember who they were. It was like an Asian guy and another guy. So they were trying to separate all the stuff. Then one of them ended up shooting one of them in the head. And then there was a standoff. Then two zombies came. And they shot the two zombies. And then they just, the Korean girl was not, she was just not having it. And she says, no, let's be friends. No, let's be friends. She was trying to get the group tied up.
And handcuffed.
So, no, let's be friends. And they tried to make them friends, but, she just said, I had enough. So she picked up the bag of guns and gave it to one of the group members on the other team and said, go. And then they left. And that's how that ended. They left and they said, well, good luck. And the people with the crate was left with all the rest of the stuff. I don't know what they're gonna do with it because one of their members on their team is dead because they got shot in the head.
And they had it's one guy and two Korean ladies left.
Yeah, one guy and two Korean ladies left. So he finally uncuffed her. He had her tied up the whole time. He finally uncuffed her, and so that scene ended. So this was a couple of scenes that where people were working with crates and and all that stuff. So I don't think there was anything we missed, did we?
That's pretty much was it for those 2 episodes. So we're coming up to the last 2 episodes. I really don't think they're gonna be a season 3 with this.
No, it's too scattery. They're not gonna be able to do another season. If they do,
ain't nobody gonna watch it.
If they do, I'm gonna be mad because they shouldn't have canceled Lovecraft Country.
And I just don't know. We're in it now. Only 2 episodes left to watch it, or we would have been done stopped watching it.
Yeah.
So then you got anything else, man, on the way out?
No. This one was by the next two. If they don't tell us about why these people turned into zombies from the get go in the last episode, I don't know if I'm going to even continue with them on this unless they start telling us something. But they don't tell us nothing yet.
Yeah, and I concur. So that is it for Black Summer Season 2, Episode 5 and 6. We down to the last 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you next time. We are out.
We are out.